Today we are covering the standard deduction for tax year 2025. The exam will expect you to have these core numbers memorized. For 2025, the standard deduction is $15,750 for single filers and those married filing separately. It is $31,500 for married couples filing jointly and qualifying surviving spouses. For the head of household filing status, the amount is $23,625. The fundamental decision a taxpayer makes is whether to take the standard deduction or to itemize. The exam will test this by providing a scenario with a list of potential itemized deductions. Your first step is to calculate the total of the taxpayer's allowable itemized deductions. Then, you compare that total to the standard deduction for their filing status. They will take whichever amount is larger, as this results in a lower taxable income. For instance, if a single filer has $14,000 in qualifying mortgage interest and state taxes, they would not itemize. They would take the higher $15,750 standard deduction. But if their itemized total was $18,000, they would absolutely choose to itemize. Now, let's add the most common exam complication, which is the additional amounts for taxpayers who are age 65 or older or who are legally blind. These amounts are added directly on top of the base standard deduction. The exam loves to test this by simply mentioning a taxpayer's age. For example, a 70-year-old single individual. Many test takers will incorrectly select the base $15,750 as the answer, forgetting to add the extra amount for age. For 2025, this concept has a major new twist because of the One Big Beautiful Bill, which introduced a new, much larger senior deduction. This new provision provides an additional deduction of up to $6,000 for taxpayers age 65 and older, which supersedes and replaces the previous, smaller inflation-adjusted amount for age. This is a perfect exam trap. The test will want to see if you are using the new law or the old rule. Let's walk through a classic exam-style problem. A married couple is filing a joint return. The husband is 72 and the wife is 68 and legally blind. Their total itemized deductions are $42,000. Should they itemize? First, we calculate their standard deduction. Start with the base amount for married filing jointly, which is $31,500. Next, we add the new senior deduction for the husband, which is $6,000. Then, we add the new senior deduction for the wife, another $6,000. Finally, we add the additional amount for the wife's blindness. Since the new bill only replaced the age add-on, we still use the regular additional amount for blindness, which for this example we'll say is $1,950. So, their total standard deduction is $31,500 plus $12,000 plus $1,950, which equals $45,450. Since their standard deduction of $45,450 is greater than their itemized deductions of $42,000, they will take the standard deduction. The exam will have distractors representing common errors, like forgetting the wife's senior deduction or using the old age add-on. A simple way to remember the core choice is this phrase: choose the bigger to make taxable income thinner.